Hello and welcome back to currently playing Final Fantasy XI. I, of course, am Leithe Moonlight. We are still trying to break my mule here, but we have 50 objectives remaining on trial 1867, which means this is the second to last video I will be making for this trial. So we're going to go ahead and see about beating up some poor defenseless butterflies. And there we go. So we have started on our killing spree. My equipment's still the same, my trusts are still the same. However, I do need to throw up my capacity ring. If I can put my gear back on. We have 11 job points and are 1/10 of the way to another one. Merit points, I went and spent them on maximum merit points, and we got a merit point and no credit for trial 1867 because I was talking and not paying attention. So I would have had videos up earlier, except my coworkers all decided to get sick or hurt themselves this week. Basically there are there's roughly 6 main cooks. I work as a cook and I'm one of those 6. One of them, at the beginning of the week, came down violently ill and needed someone to cover for her. A couple of days later, another cook's father ended up in the hospital and needed someone to come in and work for him so that he could go spend time with his father at the hospital. It ended up not being anything serious. He was just low potassium. And low potassium causes seizures, so eat your bananas. And then just yesterday, I got called in to do a shift for yet a different cook because he sprained his back at his other job. So, yeah. And I'll see if I can figure out how to tell you about how that went yesterday without naming too many names. Okay, so let's kill this and then maybe I'll see about explaining it to you. So we had to let coworker A go. She basically ended up having to choose between her kids and work, and obviously her kids went out. So we had to let coworker A go. So this was her weekend to work. So coworker B, it was also coworker B's weekend to work. So we moved coworker B to coworker A's shift. So coworker B is now coworker A. So we had to get someone else to do coworker B's shift. So we now had coworker C working as coworker B. Okay. We had to let coworker D go because of attitude issues. So coworker E come in to be coworker D. And this was also the same weekend I covered for my other cook because he sprained his back. Okay? So coworker F comes in and she ends up getting violently ill, so we had to send her home. And yet a different coworker had to come in. Or rather completely different coworker, coworker G, who had worked that morning, came back in to finish coworker F's shift. Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty crazy yesterday, having been called in. So anyway, I'm self-medicating today with some Diet Sam's Cola on ice and a wonderful a caramel-filled milk chocolate bar that's like the size of my hand. And playing games, of course, which is making life so much better. But I have to go back in for the next 2 days to finish out my week. But then I'll get a couple of days off again. I think I go back on Friday? I can't remember. I only know a couple of days ahead of time. Anyway. Yeah, so that's been my week so far, is people trying to get me to come in to work for them. And the third person actually managing it because at that point I had already said no to 2 people. I kind of felt like I had to say yes to the third person. And my boss asked me the 3rd time, so it's really hard to say no to the boss. Especially if you want to keep your employability high and keeping everybody's good graces. Not that I'm a very cynical kind of person. There's just some days I want my days off to be my days off. Like, I would have had a 3-day weekend if I hadn't gone in yesterday. Except now I had a day off, went in, have a day off, and go in 2 more days. I'll work shift work. So that's just kind of how it works. I work at least 3 or 4 days per week. Up to 72 hours worth. So that's kind of how that works. And I do not have a cold. I'm just kind of tired, and I do feel kind of like a cynic at this point. But I have gotten quite a lot of housework done this morning. And we're not going to do this one because he pushed me out of the way before I could get my weapon skill off. Crazy butterfly. Crazy, crazy butterflies. Oh, no, but I didn't want to hit that button. I wanted to hit that button. No. Aha, I think that one made it. Yes, it did. Alrighty. Sometimes if I don't hit it right, that tempestuous upheaval throws me at the wrong point. And I lose all my TP and I can't do my weapon skill. Oh, must be dark stay. Now let's break out my chocolate bar. It is actually a Landmark Confections chocolate bar from the good old Dollar Tree. So I'm going to be eating chocolate and caramel. No. I didn't choose Rand Grith lately. I hit the buttons. No, sometimes she just doesn't get it. Silly Leithe. This is a really good chocolate bar for $1. Haha, I won. I got a merit point. Woohoo! "40 objectives remain." Now we're halfway to a job point. Well, that would be pretty close. Alright, we'll do one more. Just one out. And the next video after this will be the 5 objectives remaining video, where we finish off this trial, and you'll see me trade my hammer in, start the next trial, and then trade in my job points. And if any of you are wondering, when I say I have YouTube on in the background, lately it's been Nintendo Capri Sun, and his playthrough of Stardew Valley. So, if I occasionally giggle or make random noises, it's because he's just done something goofy or said something goofy. Oh, I only said one more, didn't I? Oh well. We'll finish after this one. Alrighty, and there we go. That'll be it for this video. Like I said, when I come back, there will be 5 objectives remaining on trial 1867. And we'll come back and we'll start our next trial. See you next time. Bye.